Saints are 9-8. You just got Kirk Cousins in the division. Baker Mayfield re-signs with Tampa Bay Bucks. So you got two quarterbacks that you got to go get on the ground. You got two guys, and this guy certainly can do that. His injury history in Washington pushed him out of Washington. It helped have a lack of production. When you're injured and you're coming off injuries and you're not fully healed, but you're trying to play and you don't get the most out of a player, it's time to move on from him. Washington felt, okay, we're going to deal him. Doesn't work for us. Moved him to San Francisco. Did he make a huge Bruce Smith type impact? No, he didn't. But he had some impact. He created some pressures along with Bosa and Armstead up front. They created some pressure. Okay, he finished the year with 7.5 sacks, 16 games. Obviously, some of that came in Washington. The other half came in San Francisco. Got a sack in the Super Bowl.
He did.
So I think, though, if he's 100% healthy, he can eventually be the pass rusher that everybody would hope that he would be when he got drafted out of Ohio State. I mean, I think so. I think that's what it is.
People have been saying that since the moment he got drafted.
He got hurt. He was Rookie of the Year, Skip.
Yeah. Defensive. Yeah.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
He got hurt. ACL, man. For that type of skill to come off the edge and do all of these sort of things when you're ripping up your knee, it takes time to come back. I understand it's not the same as it was 20 years ago, the surgeries. No. Medicine is different, but it takes a minute.
I understand. I dug in on this before he was drafted because I watched him a lot at Ohio State. He is supremely gifted with a low motor, and he will perpetually leave you wanting a little more, just a little more, because you see it in practice. I'm sure if you were at practice with the Saints, you'd be saying, my God. You know, he's got the whole package, which is why he was, what, the second overall pick?
Yeah. I don't know who came out that year. Who was one?
I forget.
I don't remember either.
It blurs. But the point is, he's the second overall pick. And now we've watched Washington just cut bait. They said, no, not for us. Well, they did. They just gave up. They just said, no, that's enough.
Been hurt.
Okay, but if he was that dude, I mean, they
gave up on Sweat, too, then. Sweat's in Chicago and got big money from the Bears.
They did. Okay.
And the coach is fired and the defensive coordinator got fired.
Okay, but this guy didn't get big money to go to San Francisco, and he didn't get big money to go to New Orleans, and I don't think he'll ever live up to $13 million guaranteed. That's just me, because
he's already living up to it.
He is a
7.5 sacks, and if you can get 8 sacks a season, that's good, man.
To me, he's a situational pass rusher, and if you put him on a line in a rotation with the stalwarts, with Nick Bosa and Eric Armstead, and you mix in Randy Gregory and him, they're going to get loose because they're going to get single coverage every single snap.
And that's part of the game.
Yeah. Now he won't get single coverage if he's going to play every down for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, right? Because you got the other oh God, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
You still can create your own disruption without being singled up. Cam Jordan is who they have.
Cam Jordan, yeah.
So you got Cam, I was almost calling him Michael Jordan, but I moved on. Cam Jordan on the other side.
Yeah.
This is why they signed him. They don't sign him to just be a lone ranger. They sign him, so now you as an offensive line and an offensive coordinator, offensive line coach, you got to pick your poison. Who you going to double? Who you going to slide to?
Yep.
Okay, so if I'm sliding to Cam Jordan, you leaving Chase Young scot-free. And if that is what you want to do...
Scot-free. Somebody will block him, but it'll just be one man.
Yeah, that's scot-free.
Yeah.
He should be able to beat one guy with no problem at all.
Yeah.
Something that the Cowboys, y'all have a problem doing.
How many second picks in the draft wind up on a third team in a short time?
Yeah, but he's not winding up on the third team, Skip, because of lack of production. The man was injured.
What was he in San Francisco? Why didn't they work to keep him?
It's $13 million.
Okay.
It's $13 million, and you got other players that they got to sign.
Eric Armstead.
But there's a lot, they cut bait. There's a lot of players that they got to sign. They got salary cap issues that they trying to figure out. You got to address IU. You're going to eventually have to address this quarterback. You're going to have to eventually address Diamador Lenore. By the way, Denzel Ward, he wants to be compensated too. I mean, that's just...
Got to have pass rushers.
Yeah, but you got to be able to pay certain guys on your team. They're going to have to redo Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey ain't going to not pay him.
Yeah.
So you got to pick who you need to pay and who's most important to you.
Yeah.
I can say the same thing about Devin White. Why did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers let Devin White go?
I still don't get it. He had a bad year last year.
It happens.
Yeah.
But the Philadelphia Eagles said thank you.
They did.
Why the Dallas Cowboys went and signed Hendricks?
They did. And I told you whatever it was yesterday, I give you that one. That's advantage Philadelphia on that one.
I didn't say you didn't give it to me. I'm just you question why teams give up on players, and I'm trying to answer that for you as much as I can.
Did Aaron Donald bounce around at the end of his career? Did he change teams? No.
Nobody said he's Aaron Donald.
Right.
Aaron Donald's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, I think 10-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
Okay, or something crazy like that. And he'll be in the Hall of Fame next week. So, no one's saying that he's Chase Young.
Aaron Donald, I'm off the top of my head here. He's like the 10th pick in the draft, or he was down the line a little bit.
But
right?
he's size, though.
Yeah,
I mean, he's shorter defensive tackle.
Okay. There are many second picks in the draft that just bounce around. Like, I don't think Micah Parsons is going to bounce around in his career.
If Micah Parsons, knock on wood, had ACL issues that eventually made his play look different, Michael Parsons will be bouncing around too. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just it. Von Miller eventually got hurt.
He did.
Eventually. Okay?
Yeah.
And it started to tail off, and then he got healthy again, and then it popped. And then all of a sudden, he had value. He goes to the Rams. He's healthy. Boom, Von Miller again. We saw him dominate with the Rams, and Buffalo said, we'll give you whatever you want.
But Von Miller was playing the Kirk Cousins game where he was playing the market correctly, right place, right time. He got his money.
But he would have stayed in Denver.
Yeah.
Denver, well, he'd have been a lifer in Denver if he didn't get hurt.
Okay.
Because once he got hurt, things started to not look like Von Miller. And then he became Von Miller again, and he got that value, and the Rams said, we need that, so we're willing to give you a second-round pick for a guy for a year or two.
And Buffalo said, we'll pay for that.
Yes, because he was healthy again. That's all I'm saying to you, Skip. This move for this kid at $13 million fully guaranteed gives it a chance to hit a reset button. Okay, you talk about bouncing around. Baker Mayfield bounced around, and he was the #1 pick in the draft. What is this for him, at 14?
Yeah.
What did he? Cleveland, Carolina, the Rams, and Tampa Bay.
Okay. Circumstances, bad
That's
circumstances.
what I'm trying to tell you about this. Bad circumstances.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But I'll give you this. On this market, even though it took a week for him to get his money, he wasn't a first-day signing, right?
But that doesn't mean anything. Neither was Calvin Ridley to Tennessee, and Tennessee gave him a boatload.
He was a third day, right?
It happens. There's still guys on the board. And Artar Smith, it took him several days. Yeah, everybody's not going to sign or agree during a tampering period, Skip.
So Christian Wilkins went to the Raiders, and I still can't even believe the numbers of this. And I think he'll be worth it because he is a flat-out stud. He doesn't get the attention he deserves because he gets lost in the middle because he's a defensive tackle. But I look at these numbers. He's 4 for $110 million. It's $27.5 a year. It's $84 million guaranteed. That is a commitment.
Right place, right time.
You are betting on the long haul, man.
Right place, right time.
You're basically saying that for 4 years, he is going to be the anchor of a line that we believe.
Well, Max Crosby will be the anchor.
No, but I mean the anchor as far as the
beef,
the guts of it. You know, like he's the one who's going to run stuff, and he can rush the passer from the middle also. He's got some, I'm not saying he's Aaron Donald, but he's pretty good. Yeah, and I'm not questioning the move. It's just the money is so huge there that it almost makes Chase Young look like, well, that's not too bad. You know,
well, first of all, it's a different position.
Yeah.
You have a team that had a need that wanted this particular player. Yeah. They said, we know you, we like you, we want you. And they put their money where their mouth is. Yeah,
Eric Armstead got a longer-term deal for $17 a year from Jacksonville. So he earned it because he's a starter and a stalwart for the 49ers.
If Chase Young goes to New Orleans. They increase their record in win total. They go to the playoffs, and he has a 12-sack year.
Yeah.
I guarantee
Well, if he gets 12 sacks off me, he'll hit the market.
I
He'll get some
guarantee
money.
when he hits the market again, he'll be one of the hottest free agents available.
Okay.
They pay for people to protect the quarterback, to go get the quarterback, to catch the football and stop the guy from catching it.
Those are the positions.
Those are the positions that get the money.
I agree. By the way, Dorrance Armstrong left the Dallas Cowboys and went to Dan Quinn in Washington and got 22 guaranteed with 11 a year for 2 years. So he was
a rotational player for the Cowboys.
No more. Yeah. No more. Just situational pass rush.
But Dan Quinn saw him enough to know if I put him in my defense, whether he's a rotating guy or a full-time starter, he's going to give me what I need, and we're willing to pay that.
Yeah.
I'm only as good as what you want to pay me.
I will bet you that Chase Young doesn't have 12 sacks next year.
I don't know that.
Yeah?
I don't know that he won't.
Okay. Would you like to bet?
I'm not.
Dessert on it? How about
I wouldn't even remember between now and the end of next season.
Okay, just remember I said this. He won't get 12 sacks.
Okay. It's on record.
All right.
All right. I think he will.
12 versus 12.
I think he's a 12-sack guy.
Okay. And the Saints that you picked to win it all last year.
That was because my nephew played. I don't care if they could, for all I care, the stadium could be empty. I ain't got nothing for them.
I don't think the stadium will be empty, but I think they're pretty empty. I think the cupboard is empty in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not a New Orleans Saints fan at the moment. So
what's going to happen to your nephew? Do we know?
I don't know. Want to call him and ask him?
Yeah, we probably should.
Like trying to get something out of him is like squeezing juice out of a dry lemon.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, if anybody can get the juice out, you could. And if you can't, nobody can.
I don't even want to ask.
All right.
Don't even want to ask.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.